All right. All right, let's see, we got something going on. Oh yeah, okay. So, all right. Seven people in here already. I can't believe that. What kill switch am I running? I'm running the Taylor kill switch in this one. It's buried in all that foam, but it's the kill switch that Mike come up with. I think it was just this last spring or whatever. But that's the kill switch I'm running. So I have this on the bench, guys. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip over machines. I was just kind of getting the live stream set up here. But I'm gonna flip over the machines because last time I was running this, it died in the middle of the field. I thought the air filter was plugged. But that doesn't seem to be the case because I cleaned the air filter and everything, and I still can't get it to fire. It acts like it wants to, but it won't pop off. So, and then what it was doing is it was smoking through. It was smoking out the air cleaner. So I wonder if maybe the flywheel key is kind of, starting to get, sheared or something, because it shouldn't be smoking or trying to backfire through the intake. So what else we got going on up? All right. Here we go. Get this cage out of here, and I am going to go ahead and check for, just to see what the spark looks like, because when I was checking it, it was out in the daylight and I could barely see it, but it was acting, I didn't really check it very close because it was acting like it wanted to fire up, but it just wouldn't go, it wouldn't get to that point, so. Here, maybe I'll turn it more like that so you guys can see. I haven't been live for a long, like 3 or 4 months, so I'm kind of rusty at this. I'll get back into the groove. But yeah, it's the weather's changed, and now I can get out in the garage and go live and do some wrenching. So I plan on going live. There's a spark plug, but I plan on going live every Saturday as long as I'm around. So see if you guys can see what's going on. But yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to check spark. Yeah, I don't know how well you guys are going to see this. Oh yeah, we got really good spark, so. I'm almost thinking I should just try to refire it. But I even dumped gas down the cylinder and it wouldn't fire up. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the flywheel cover off. actually need to clean up my bench a little bit. This is getting out of control. Not gonna have any places to set stuff. Alright. So, there we go. Get some of this crap out of the way. Then I need something like this. There we go. All right, now we'll just keep going around this baby. And it might have been, I'm just going to take this cover off because I want to check that key and see what it looks like. It shouldn't be back, it shouldn't be smoking out of the intake or out of the carburetor. So. And I know these are kind of prone to oh man, I hate that. Dang. Oh. Yeah, I need to I'm still running this old brace back there. I need to switch that off. Switch that out. All right, we got that. I should have took this wheel off. There we go. There we go. That's all the farther it needs to come out. So next, pull these babies out. And then okay, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put this down on the ground real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and take off this rear tire so you guys can see a little better. Because I really think it's getting in the way for everybody. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's better. Okay. Let me get in there with a flashlight. I can't really see anything behind this Taylor Easy Starter. Let me see on the back side over here. Okay, so there I can. And then the way it stopped, it shouldn't have sheared that. The way it stopped, it was just like the air filter got plugged. So I wonder, maybe we don't have a carburetor issue, because I've been running this carburetor forever. So I suppose what we could do, I don't even know if I have a carburetor to swap it out with. If I do, it's just some little pilly thing. Let me check over here. The WJ. I don't like that carburetor though. I don't like it on the 35. For the simple fact that the tuning window is so freaking small because the carburetor's almost too big for the engine, and that makes the tuning window so small on it. But I honestly, from what I can see, you know, the gap's all good. We got good spark. Let me go. I'm gonna see if I can find another carburetor. Yeah, I'm not having any luck finding it. I'm trying to figure out which direction I'm gonna go. Because it has really good spark. It's just like it wasn't getting enough fuel or something. Well, I suppose what we can do is I'll put the flywheel cover back on, and then what we can do is we'll just try to get it fired up, see if it'll fire up. Because I initially thought that there's something going on with the flywheel, but I don't think that's the case. Okay. There we go. There we go. We got her all nestled in there now. So we'll probably want to put a dab of Loctite on these. Run these back up in there. I just wanted to inspect the flywheel, make sure nothing was going on there. Because like I said, it was smoking out of the carburetor. And maybe when I try to fire it up this time, it'll do the same thing. We'll see. I don't want that completely tight. All right. Nothing going on in the comment section. All right. I'm gonna get these sunglasses off my face. I'm just gonna fall on my face every time. It's just gonna piss me off. So there you go. These are my little Loctite. And the reason I don't Loctite these is because they got these 4mm heads on them, and I can get my 1/4" ratchet on it. And I believe that's tight enough. All right. Oh my gosh. And apparently, there we go. There we go. Get that just a little bit tighter. Ah. Come on now. Get in there. There we go. It still ain't in there. Gosh. Come on. Man, this thing is just fighting me. Jeez. Gosh. Wow. That was a little bit more complicated than it needed to be. Anyways. Yeah, that was wild how bad that thing's fighting me. see what's going on in here. There's just no good way to get anywhere. There we go. Now we can put this brace back how it needs to be. Let's run this baby back in. Yeah, I was thinking maybe it was backfiring through the, or not. It never backfired. It was just smoking. It would smoke out the air cleaner. It's like, what the hell's going on with that? Okay. Put the plug back in. Okay, now we've got to pull the air cleaner off, choke it. All right. So let me see a good spot to set you guys. So I'm gonna have to move this onto the ground. Get the 71 out here. And I'll move to the ground there. Like that. And I'm gonna want a remote. Okay. Set that up there. Try to get to a place where you guys can see. Move this out of the way. I'm gonna go from this side. That way I can step on that. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna run. I was just noticing something. Okay, so we got the pop out of it, but I just don't think it's gonna fire up. We can try. Yeah, it's not gonna fire, and I think I know why. Okay. We gotta go the other direction, which I didn't think I would have to go. because I just replaced these, but oh shoot. But I'll tell you guys what I was feeling when I was choking it, trying to get that pop, and I was turning it, rolling it over. The reason it was doing that is because, where's my board? I could feel, that's another reason it was blowing smoke out the air cleaner when I was pulling it over. Let me get in here closer. But the reason it was doing that, I'm going to show you guys here in just the 2 shakes of the lamb's tail. Kind of out of breath. In fact, I'm gonna want to do this just before I even do any of this crap. So I'll go ahead. My air compressor should be charged. Go ahead and turn it off so we don't hear that thing kick on. And I'm gonna blow this, all this dust. Man, I should put that air cleaner back on. That way nothing flies in there. It doesn't have to be tight, just snug, just where it's on there. And then there we go. That way, that way it's somewhat clean. Because I don't want to get any crap in there. This air cleaner, I'll set right here for now. But anyways, I was feeling compression come out this when I was trying to get the pop out of it. So I think what we got going on is, jeez, everything's fighting me today. There we go. But I'll show you guys. I keep getting distracted on what I'm saying and stuff, and I keep breaking up what I'm trying to say, and I know that tends to get annoying. It's like, spit out what you're saying. So take this off. And we're just gonna bend that baby around there like that. And now, looks like we need 3 millimeter. Oh, yeah, I see exactly what the heck is going on. So it's probably why this thing shut down initially in the first place. So this is, I don't know. I might have a spare. Actually, I think I do have a couple spare reeds laying around here. But I'm going to show you guys what is going on here. I just don't know if I want to use these spare reeds, because I don't want to have to keep pulling this damn thing off. You know, I want to be able to run it for a little bit. And I ran it for a season with these new reeds because I replaced them. It was at the beginning of this season when I figured out how to get rid of that flutter that everybody, or that a few people was having problems with. Especially with the WJ setup on it, what they were having problems with is they said it would flutter in high RPM. Well, that's just characteristic of this engine being too rich at high RPM. It'll do that. It just does that for some reason. But if you can lean it out past that, you'll see it doesn't do that anymore. And that's why I was saying the window for that WJ, that's when I was having the most issue with it, is the WJ. And the tuning window is so small on that. I mean, you're either too rich all the time or just, I mean, it's hard to explain. I'm hoping I don't have to tear apart this crankcase and fish out Reed. But I don't know if anybody can see what the issue is, but the Reed broke. It's split down the center. This side seems to be all right, but this side is no good. So, and I don't believe, let me set this down here. I'll sit this here so everybody can see. But man, I would have to, where did I put those? That's what I'm saying. I'd have to fish them. Oh man, that's the old Reed cage. This is the old Reed cage to the 71. It's not the high RPM one. It's just the regular one, and I keep it just because in case I want to go back. I'm really, really actually happy with that high RPM Reed block. That thing, once you get it tuned to the right, I guess that where the engine likes it. Every engine is probably going to be different, but once you get it tuned to where it likes it, boy, it makes that sucker sing. I know I saved them. Where did I put them? Oh. Okay, so I found them. And there's actually just one in there, because the other one was trash. So we do honestly have the parts to fix it. I just know that this Reed is old. I don't know how long this is going to last before I have to take it out again. It's decision making time. What should I do, guys? Oh, I got some comments. Hey, what's up, Harry? Yeah, it's got spark. No, the Reed's trash. You can see it sitting there. The Reed's trash. But yeah, I do have this one here. I mean, I suppose we can do it. Because ultimately, this is going to take care of it, guaranteed. That's not right. I wonder where one I used. Ooh, I think I might have found it. No, not that one. Maybe it's this one. Well, that might be the next issue. I might not be able to find a tool to take it out. Which that'll have to change anyways, because it's gonna have to get figured out one way or another. This one fits. Okay. Look out. Don't want to lose that screw. Okay, now I gotta figure out where I set that other repo. Here it is. Found it. Yeah, this is pretty tedious. I want to dink up my gasket. Okay, now I'll set that there. We'll set that on top. I know my finger's in the way, but I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm doing my best. Once I get these two started, I'll be able to give you a better view. There we go. Now I'll just there we go. We'll cinch these babies down. Yeah, that's a new thing. I don't know if you guys can hear that jet. I think I got another comment. But we got another replace them fiberglass reeds for Bonehead's carbon fiber. Yeah, I know, I understand. That's kind of what I was thinking about when I was debating on whether to even do this. But I kind of want to get this machine up and running. I'll run this until this fails, and then yeah, back to what I was saying. They extended the airport runway, and they got jets and stuff flying in there now. So it's quite the different deal here. There. Okay. So now We can go back with this. There we go. Get this in. I need my ball end. Honestly, it'd make it a lot easier for these bottom ones. We got a ball end. See, then you can get a little angle on it like that. You don't have to hold it perfectly square. That's what the ball ends are good for. You see, the end is like a ball. Here we go. Got those all tight. Now we'll run around and cinch them down. Yeah, I think that was when I was running the WJ on the Baja. I had to melt the tank and persuade it to be able to tune. Okay, so now we can go back with our carb. Now, I need my ball in 4. All right. Look out. Actually, I don't like how that did that. Now let's see if we can get a fire out of it. I bet she's all good now, boys. And girls, if there's any in here. Oh, jeez. Man, I'm having a heck of a time with that. I just can't see. I'm going to be in front of the camera here, guys. Okay. Nah, it's not. It's not going on the other side. Okay. There we go. There we got it. Okay. So now we'll do this again. I'll go ahead and move you guys back here. Move this over here. Okay. Let's see if we have better luck this time. Okay. Let's see if it'll go. Yep, she's fixed. Back on the road again. So yeah, that's pretty nice. That's what ended up being wrong with that. I'm just glad I was able to. I had a spare reed on hand. That way I could fix it on camera in front of you guys. That way, you know, I don't go live and just tear stuff apart. Because last year I had kind of a bad habit of doing that for a while. The 35 was torn apart because I blew it up, and then all that stuff. So, all right, guys, I think that's gonna be a wrap. We successfully did exactly what we were supposed to be doing. We I wanted to check out the flywheel because I thought something was going on there because it was puffing smoke out the air cleaner when I was trying to get it fired up. Well, it turns out this was the culprit, guys. That reed is all mangled. So, and this is actually, I think this is the second one that's done that right there where that machine spot is. I think the cage is a little sharp there. I bet a guy could file it down, but I don't know if you'd want to because I don't know how well it'd seal if you file it down. I'm not gonna mess with it. So, anyways, those reeds are cheap enough. I mean, shoot, you just gotta wait for them to get here. That's the big deal. So, but yeah, problem diagnosed and fixed. She's back up running again, and I'm waiting for us to get some more moisture. It's been kind of cold and damp here. That's why you haven't seen any videos of the 71. Here, I'll put it back up here. The 71 Supreme and the Kraken Vesla. Because the weather, right after I checked, I was doing that capacitor. Well, it's a glitch. It's a glitch buster. As soon as I got done wiring that thing, I was going to test it the next day. It was getting late in the day. I had to go pick up my kids from school and stuff. But as soon as I did that, the next day, and today, it's high in the 40s. It's like, it's not bad being out there, but the wind's been blowing like crazy, and the audio's going to be shit, and it's just it wouldn't be fun. So I just thought, there's going to be nicer days. There's going to be days next week that are going to be up in the 60s. So I'll get out then and do that. And but yeah, this is what I installed. And so everybody's clear. I don't know, because there's some people giving me crap on that last video I put out saying that this, I got to have a bigger battery and all that stuff. Well, guess what, dudes? There's no you can't put a Baja battery in there. You're stuck with a 2S LiPo that's so long by so long, because you got to have room for your receiver, your kill switch. I have that capacitor in there probably, but the one that I actually need, Mike and John are out of stock on. I thought about trying. They got a 3500 or 3700. I thought about trying that, but this battery here is a 2400 milliamp, and somebody was talking about C's. There's no C rating on this battery. I took it out and looked all over it. There's no C rating on the battery. It's not a normal battery you would put in a mini and rip. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a battery you put in your remote or something, like your transmitter or something like that. It's that's that kind of battery. But you really can't fit a bigger battery in here is what I'm saying. And so this is why, like I said in the video, this is what Kraken RC, they recommended, because these are high voltage servos, and for a second when you're having both working real hard, they will pull the battery down to like 6.5 volts, and I think that's when the kill switch activates for a split second, and then it rebounds back to like 7 point something. But that for that split second, it's just down below, and that's what this Rage glitch buster is supposed to do. Racer's Edge glitch buster. That's what it's supposed to do, is keep that voltage more stable, so there's not so many dips and spikes. There's not really any spikes, but as far as dips and stuff in the voltage when you're using your servos, that's what I did with that. And like I said, if this doesn't work, what I'll probably do is I'll end up ordering that 3500 off of Mike's site and see if I can get that thing to work. Plus, I'll still have this capacitor, and I can always use that in conjunction with the bigger battery. But I still haven't tested this setup out. Now, it was killing it out when it was on the bench. But when it was on the bench, I was like working every servo just as fast as I could. And I'm not going to be doing that when I'm driving it, I guess is what I'm saying. Especially when I'm out in a big wide open field, I'm not going to be doing that crap. So, and I was doing it just to test it to see if it would fail, and it did. And I wanted to mention that I don't really know because I installed this and I just turned the battery on and I just started doing it. Well, I imagine this thing takes little bit, like a minute or a couple minutes at least, to like get fully charged up. It's a capacitor, so it's not like instantly charged. So anyways, what do we got going on here? Comment section. I use a multimeter. It tells me if it's a spark plug or the ignition. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it that way. You can ohm your coil and ohm your plug. I always just pop it out and check for spark. And if you don't have spark, then that's when you want to get the ohm meter and you want to ohm your spark plug, and then you want to ohm your coil and see what you got going on there. And then I have had these; they'll stick on. So that's another thing to watch for. This thing will kill it. I mean, the button will stick in. You won't notice it, but have you ever used the Dark Soul wiring harness? It wires back directly to the servos. No, I haven't tried that. Is that I don't know. I was gonna try to see. Maybe you can send a link to it, like leave a comment on the video, not in the live stream, and send a link to the video, or send a link in the comments, and I'll check it out there. I mean, you can do it that way. because if you send a link in the live comments, that disappears as soon as the stream's over. So, but if you, yeah, because I'm not familiar with this. Is the first time I ever had this issue with this, and like I said, it never started until I replaced both of these with the, well, I call them the best servos on the market. The AGFRCs, can't beat them. I mean, they're super smooth, they're super fast, they're super strong, and they're super durable. So, but it only started once I got the second one for the steering. That's when it started happening. The first time I took it out, it started killing out the engine. And these two together will for a split second, they will draw the battery voltage down to, like, cutoff range. And the engine, not the engine, but the kill switch is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Hit the kill off, hit the low voltage cutoff, and that's what it does. So yeah, I don't know how much more rambling I should do here, guys. You got any more questions? No, I don't see anything. But yeah, I don't know how much more rambling I'll do. I suppose I could do a little bit of wiping off. I hate seeing all this grease and crap up here. But it happens every time I run this. I mean, I'd spend my whole life cleaning this thing. Well, I used to run them every day, and I got different responsibilities and stuff with my neighbor being in the hospital and stuff. I got to take care of the farm and stuff for him, and so it's really changed. I just didn't have the time this summer to do all the ripping and stuff that I wanted to do. I just didn't have the time. So, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and quit rambling here. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing this live every Saturday through the winter, because that's what I started doing last winter, and everybody seemed to like it and stuff. So I'm going to do this every Saturday. We'll have a certain project or whatever going on and whatnot. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here. And hope everybody has a good week and everything goes good for them and all that stuff. So I hope you guys like the video, like the stream. Give it a thumbs up. And if you like what you see and you haven't subscribed yet, guys, you might consider subscribing, because this is pretty much, I'm disabled, so this is like my full-time, really my full-time job, but this is, at one time I don't know, I'm not even going to go into that stuff, but eventually the content is going to get back to where it was and whatnot. So anyways, guys, if you like the video, like the stream, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget, we will see you in the next one.